Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ bless you. Got Captain Enoch here. Y'all say something. Y'all can say something.
Officer Oron.
Go ahead.
Officer Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Officer Lemuel.
Man, if this dude keep doing that, Officer Ephraim, that's his name, man. His name is Ephraim. Whenever he keep talking about Officer Lemuel, ain't nobody gonna call him that. Listen, we already have a Lemuel right there. Right. Yeah, bro. You Ephraim, brother. All right. All right, today's class is called Staring Doubt in the Face. Man, listen. We have a insane task set before us, right? Especially for you men, as the teachers that go out and do the work, we have a huge task ahead of us, right? All this traveling and things that we've been doing lately, it's been things that I've been thinking about as well. Is if we don't remove the doubt, because doubt is a lot of things. Doubt is fear, it's uncertainty, it's so many. It's laziness, it's all kind of stuff. All that goes into doubt, and we have to get to a point where we're able to overcome it. Because guess what? Everybody's going to deal with doubt. I hope y'all understand that. Because even in what you're going to see, well, I'm going to go through just a couple examples. Our forefathers, they all dealt with doubt. And these are great men. But guess what? There was doubt there that they overcame. We don't read about them giving into doubt or quitting or not doing the task. But we do see instances of doubt. So we're going to go through this, and I want you to think about yourself and examine yourself and think about the things that you have an issue with and be willing to confront it and get over it. All right? Let's start with Exodus chapter 3, verse 10. Exodus chapter 3 and verse 10.
Exodus chapter 3, verse 10.
And again, I remember, I know Deacon, I think it was Joshua. Deacon Joshua had talked about this one in particular. And this was before Passover, I think it was. He did a class. But he been doing some excellent classes lately, by the way. All praise to the Most High. But start here, Exodus 3, verse 10.
Exodus chapter 3, verse 10. Come now, therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest...
Hold on, stop. Go to verse 1. Read that.
Verse 1.
Yes, sir.
Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian. And he led the flock to the backside of the desert, and came to the mountain of God, even to Horeb. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush.
Stop. Imagine, it's some bushes out there. Imagine you walking in a bush, it's on fire, but it ain't burning. What? Read. Watch this. Read.
And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed.
So to see that, and then watch the next verse.
And Moses said, I will now turn aside.
That's what all of us would have said. I'm finna get the hell out of here. Read.
And see this great sight, why the bush is not burnt.
He's trying to figure out what's going on. Read.
And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see, God called unto him out of the midst of the bush.
He
and
did
said,
what?
God called out of the midst of the bush and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, Here am I.
Read.
And he said, Draw not nigh hither. Put off thy shoes from off thy feet, for the place whereon thou standest is holy ground.
So after that shock, he turned to it, and then he goes, and in the bush, there's a voice out of the bush that calls his name. Think of, to see all that and to go through all that in itself is what? At that point, is there a reason to doubt anything? It's like, you see what I'm saying? There's nothing to doubt, right? Watch this. Jump to verse 10.
Verse 10. Come now, therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt.
Read.
And Moses said unto God, Who am I?
Stop. Who am I? You just saw a bush burning, but not burning. A bush burning, but not burning. And your first thing is the question. You see that? Who am I? I'm going to tell you something. Every single one of the prophets, I know you brothers have had that thought before. Thinking about the fact that we are taking down, this is, on paper, the strongest kingdom that's been made. The strongest kingdom. We're going out there with the Bible and we're tearing ish up. The thought, though, because remember, I say 6-7 years ago, it wasn't this many brothers. Can you, the thought of, damn, we got to go out and teach the word. We got to destroy America, not with no guns, not with nothing. We have to use the word of God. But the thing is, you were called too. You was on YouTube scrolling or whatever you was doing, and you got called at that moment. That same voice. The same voice. And then you go, all right, cool. I don't know how I found out I'm an Israelite, but I see that it happened. Now I'm understanding the Bible. I can quote scripture. You ain't, all of us was in the world, man. I ain't know no scripture except John 3:16. You know, I ain't gonna even say how I know that because I don't even want to go into it. I knew that, but it was anyway. We didn't know nothing about the Bible, y'all. You got called and you immediately start. Now it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. And then so for Moses, he's seen the sign. The bush is on fire. The voice comes out from the bush. And then God said, I'm going to use you. This is the same voice that just told you. I just called you and just showed power. And he said, I'm going to use you to go to Pharaoh. Moses said, who am I? That's, he just talked to me. Right. Say that on the mic. Say that on the mic. That's true.
A random bush knows your name. You got to be special in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
Something,
man. Like,
something
come on.
got to be happening. Watch this. Read.
Verse 11. And Moses said unto God, who am I, that I should go unto Pharaoh, and that I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt?
Read.
And he said, certainly, I will be with thee.
That's the first thing he told him. I'll be with you. So it's not impossible. It's going to happen because God is with you. Read.
And this shall be a token unto thee, that I have sent thee. When thou hast brought forth the people out of Egypt, ye shall serve God upon his mountain.
You see how matter of fact the Lord was speaking to him? He didn't say if you bring this people out. He said when thou hast brought forth the people out of Egypt, you're going to do it anyway. Even in your doubt, is what you doubting, who am I? God says, when you bring these people out there, you're going to go to this mountain. Telling him it's going to happen anyway. Read.
Verse 13. And Moses said unto God, behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, the God of your fathers hath sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, what is his name? What shall I say unto them?
It's all doubt. What I'm going to say? What you want me to do? When I say this, what name I'm going to say? Watch this. Read.
And God said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am hath sent me unto you.
Do you see that? God telling them exactly what to say, what to do. So all that doubt, remove it. I'm going to be with you. I'm going to tell you what to say. Read.
And God said moreover unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, the Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, hath sent me unto you.
Read.
This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations.
Now look, we're going to skip all the way ahead. We dealt with Moses, right? Let's go to John 20. What they call him, Doubting Thomas. Let's deal with him real quick. That's what they call it, right? John 20, verse 25.
John chapter 20, verse 25.
Break it out.
The other disciples therefore said unto him, we have seen the Lord. But he said unto them, except I shall see in his hands the print of the nail, and put my finger into the print of the nails, and thrust my hand into his side, I will not believe.
You see that? He's saying it. If I don't see it, I ain't going to believe it. Listen. I want to see, you talking about Christ came back. We got everybody like that now today. It said, I got to see his hands. I got to see the side. I need to see everything. If I don't see it, it ain't real. That's what he's saying. You going to say something? Go ahead.
No, I'm seeing the pattern here.
Yeah.
Because Moses is defying physics.
Yes.
Bush is burning, it's on fire, it's not consuming. Thomas was right there seeing Christ doing all the miracles
He was there,
and still doubting.
raising the dead, healing the sick, he's seen it. Watch this. Read.
Verse 26. And after 8 days again, his disciples were within, and Thomas with them. Then came Jesus, the doors being shut, and stood in the midst and said, Peace be unto you.
The door was shut. So he's showing just real power right here. Read.
Then saith he to Thomas, Reach hither thy finger, and behold my hands.
Stop. Say it.
He heard everything he said.
Yes.
I heard you. Go
He
ahead.
heard
Go
it.
ahead.
Yeah.
Do what
Soon
you
as
got
he
to do.
seen him. Here, man. Go ahead, brother. Here. Check my hands. Read.
Then saith he to Thomas, Reach hither thy finger, and behold my hands, and reach hither thy hand, and thrust it into my side.
Yeah, feel it. Look, it's there. Read.
And be not faithless.
And be not what?
Be not faithless.
Don't be faithless. Don't be faithless. I'm telling you, doubt makes you faithless. Read.
But believe.
But believing. Read.
And Thomas answered and said unto him, My Lord and my God. Jesus said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed.
He said, because you've seen the proof, you believe. Read.
Blessed are they that have not seen.
Wait a second. Read.
Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed.
That's you and me in here today. 2nd Ezra 1 and verse 37. I was actually going to hold this to later, but you got to go to it.
Second
right
Ezra,
here.
chapter
Start at
1.
verse 35.
Verse
I was going to
35.
go to it a little bit after, but, go.
Second Ezra chapter 1 verse 35.
Read.
Your houses will I give to a people that shall come,
That's us. Read.
which not having heard of me, yet shall believe me.
We have not heard. Think about this. When you was in the world, did you hear about Christ? No, you didn't. You heard about Caesar Borgia. That's who you heard about. You heard about Christmas. You heard about Sunday church, y'all. Sunday school. That's what you heard about. Read.
To whom I
But
have
as soon as you heard about the real Christ, you ain't see him, but you know he a black man. You believe that he looks like you and me. You know that he's our Messiah. We ain't get nothing. Keep reading.
to whom I have showed no sign.
He showed us nothing. Nobody's been walking on water. Nobody's been raised from the dead. Ain't nobody sick. COVID happened. People was dying. Nobody heal nobody. Y'all understand? Read.
Yet they shall do that I have commanded
He
them.
said they don't get no signs, but those children, my people, they're going to do what I told them. Think about that. Without him being here physically to see, we can't touch his hand yet. Scriptures say we're going to see his hand and we all going to break down crying. But we don't see that right now. We don't get no signs. We don't get nothing. And we still do what he say, meaning what? Dang, all right, the Sabbath, make sure I keep the Sabbath Friday, sundown, Saturday, sundown. It's the new moon this week. Let me prepare. Let me make sure. You see how we move? We ain't seen no sign. Read.
They have seen no prophets.
No problem. Anybody seen Isaiah? Y'all seen anybody? You see David? You see? No. Read.
Yet they shall call their sins to remembrance.
That's called repentance. So when you make that mistake, you don't see no prophets. You could just be like, all right, whatever. But in your spirit, you go, no, I got to get my spirit right. I got to be perfect for the Lord. I got to fight to make sure I'm right. We ain't seen. Remember, Thomas had to touch his hand to believe it. He walked with him. We ain't seen nothing. And we going, all right, I'm tripping. All right, fix my spirit. Fix it. Be better. Read.
Yet they shall call their sins to remembrance and acknowledge them.
And acknowledge. That's 37?
No.
Read.
Verse 37.
Watch this.
I take to witness the grace of the people to come,
The grace of the people to come. That's us. Read.
whose little ones rejoice in gladness.
Uh-huh.
And though they have not seen me with bodily eyes,
With bodily eyes. Read.
yet in spirit they believe the thing that I say.
You see that? But in spirit. Now, remember it said bodily eyes. Why I say bodily eyes? Because you have seen them. Remember, he said his sheep, what? Oh, it was familiar, wasn't it? How would it be familiar if you never met him before? Oh, how would his sheep hear? How would you know his voice if you ain't never even dealt with Christ on no level before? How would your spirit recognize the voice? That's why he said with bodily eyes we haven't seen him, and we still do what? We still listen. We still repenting. We still getting our life right. All praise to the Most High. Go back. Where was we at?
John
No, that's
chapter-
it. That's it. You can drop that. Go to Exodus 14. Let's go back to Exodus. Let's go back. So we're dealing with, people dealing with doubt, man. We all going to deal with it. Exodus 14. If y'all know y'all can bring stuff out if y'all want. Exodus 14, start at verse 9.
Exodus chapter 14, verse 9.
Read.
But the Egyptians pursued after them, all the horses and chariots of Pharaoh.
Remember, Moses ain't want to do it at first, but now he's doing it. He done through him. The Lord used him to make sure those plagues, all those things happened. So imagine all that doubt he had at first, and then seeing it, you see his spirit change completely. It wasn't no question. He was just doing what the Lord told him. But anyway, keep reading.
And his horsemen and his army, and overtook them encamping by the sea, beside Pihahiroth.
That was a good. Hey, good. That was damn good, brother. Read.
Before Baal-Zephon.
All right, read.
And when Pharaoh drew nigh,
When he was close, remember he's chasing us. He's what? Furious. Everybody done died. The firstborns died. Remember, y'all gotta always remember when they say firstborn, it's not talking about babies just only. If you 80 and you was the firstborn, what happened? You out of there. You see what I'm saying? So it was people dying all over the place, not just babies. Everybody was dying. Read.
and when Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes and behold, the Egyptians marched after them, and they were sore afraid.
We were what?
And they were sore afraid.
Read.
And the children of Israel cried out unto the Lord.
So the children of Israel were afraid. You just saw the Lord destroy them with no mercy, really. And then we seen them chasing us, we got afraid. Read.
And they said unto Moses, because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness?
You see that? Immediately started doubting and lost faith. Just because they chasing them. You just seen all the plagues. You just seen the most supernatural, wild stuff you ever seen. Spiritual. Let me not say supernatural. Let me say spiritual. The most spiritual stuff happened ever. Read. Watch this.
Wherefore hast thou dealt thus with us to carry us forth out of Egypt?
So he's saying now we're gonna carry us out of here and we finna die? That's what Israel as a whole was saying. Read.
Is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians?
Stop. Say it. Say what you're gonna say.
You've seen all the miracles happen, right? You've
Yeah.
seen all this work,
Uh-huh.
and you revert back to that?
Your thought is I'd rather just serve
The most
Hamites.
I just killed them.
Yes. You have to say it on the mic.
Yeah, you at the finish line.
You're literally at the finish line. You won, and he's showing you that, hey, I got you. But because doubt, that's the problem with us as a people. Doubt can creep up on us anytime.
Yes.
Anytime. I mean, the Lord, like for now, the Egyptians that we being delivered for now is, let's say that a bill is coming up.
Uh-oh.
But then out of nowhere, it gets paid. But then let's say something else comes up. You just forgot God delivered you away from them Egyptians.
Right.
So we are forgetful people, man.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a fact. Read verse 12 again.
Verse 12. Is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians?
Serve the Egyptians. Let us serve the Hamites. That's how people today, let us serve the white man instead of worshiping God. Let's serve Esau. It's the same thought. Read.
For it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians.
People, I'm telling you, they say that now. When the persecution happened, it's going to be even more people saying that. It was better when we was just slaves to Esau. I'd rather just go work a 9 to 5 because we getting persecuted. Now you want to stay at a desk job or go, whatever your job is. No. Don't allow that doubt or that fear to creep in and throw you off your game. We're reading examples of how it'll happen. Read.
For it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than that we should die in the wilderness.
Ain't no way. Our mindset should be if we're gonna die to make sure that we rule. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Because we understand as Israelites, death isn't the end. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. So we can't say, let's go serve our enemies instead of God. Hell no. Go to, pull that up. The definition. Pull that up.
Which one you want me to read?
It don't matter. All of them are the same
top?
thing.
All right.
You can read all of them because it's just different variations of it, right?
Okay, I'm going to start up here.
Yep, that's the
Doubt.
noun version.
A feeling of uncertainty or lack of conviction.
A feeling of uncertainty or lack of conviction. Look at the similar words. Just read the ones. Right
Uncertainty up here.
Yep.
Lack of certainty. Unsureness. Indecision.
Hesitation. All those things go with doubt. Read the next one.
The next one right here.
Yep. The verb versions.
It says feel uncertain about.
Read.
Question the truth or fact of something.
To question the truth or fact of something. That's doubt. The question of, we know for a fact we are the Israelites. This is our book. God in Christ is black. We got to keep the command. We know that. Doubt will make you go, I don't know, man. I'm uncertain. Right? Read.
Disbelieve.
Hold on, wait.
Let me read the similar.
I want you to read that. Yeah, read the similar.
Think something unlikely.
You hear that? It says think something unlikely. You're reading it, you're seeing it, and you still don't believe it. It's uncertain in your mind. I'm going to tell y'all something. Here's a key that we should all use. Do we not read about slave ships in the Bible?
I was just thinking that. You're in the spirit.
Don't we read about that? Did it happen?
Yep.
Okay, so it's safe to say everything else is going to happen as well. Because you know what's funny? During the time when Moses said we were going to go into slavery on ships, do you think our people believed it? Hell no. We just got out of Egypt, right? Oh, we straight. We going to rule forever. We in the land. We going to the land. We going to be good.
Lord said you're going back.
You're going back. They didn't believe that. And then it was given once before. Everybody died off. That's what Deuteronomy 28 is about. They had to give it again to the new generation due to their lack of faith. Listen, man. Anyway, keep reading.
Have one's doubts about question.
Question. That's what I wanted. Question.
Curie.
Yeah, but I wanted to question. To question something. That's your doubt. Read.
Disbelieve a person or their word.
Read that again.
Disbelieve a person or their word.
Read the similar words.
Disbelieve, distrust, mistrust, suspect, lack confidence in.
You lack confidence in your heritage. Think about it. How can you lack confidence in the Bible, but you trust it wholeheartedly in Christmas? How many of y'all doubted Christmas? You didn't. You can say you did. You celebrated it every year. Yeah. You was ready for it.
We enjoyed it.
You enjoyed every second of it. You ain't doubt. You ain't even know that. You ain't know about no Shorty Pete. How you say his name?
Shorty Pete.
You ain't know what that was, man. I don't even remember questioning why it was even happening.
Yeah.
Like, where did they get this fat white dude? Where did he come from? Think about what I'm saying. We ain't even. But we did not lack confidence in it, though. We didn't doubt it. Now we get to this, and now it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's fear. It's uncertainty. It's doubt. No, I don't need that.
Yeah, I gotta read that last one.
Read.
says feel uncertain, especially about one's religious beliefs.
That's it right there. That's why you can read all of those. Read the similar.
Be undecided, have doubts, be irresolute, be hesitant, be tentative.
Now read the bottom.
Fear, be afraid.
You see that? That's doubt. All those things we just went over, all those similar words, all that stuff is doubt. Give me Matthew 11. Because, again, I'm still showing you the prophets that, guess what? They went through it too. But they overcame it. Are you going to overcome it? That's the question. Matthew 11, start at verse 1.
Matthew chapter 11, verse 1.
Read.
And it came to pass, when Jesus had made an end of commanding his 12 disciples, he departed thence to teach and to preach in their cities.
Read.
Now when John had heard in the prison the works of Christ.
He's in prison. John the Baptist is in prison. And he's hearing about the works of Christ and what he's doing. Read.
He sent 2 of his disciples and said unto him, Art thou he that should come, or do we look for another?
What was that? Doubt. He's in prison. Remember, a lot of the time they thought that when Christ was there, it's over. It's time to get the kingdom now. They didn't understand fully the prophecy and what had to happen. They didn't understand that falling away first. That had to happen. So John the Baptist is in prison. No, remember, his head got cut off. So he's in prison like, yo, is this the guy? Is this the time? Like, what's going on? I hear the miracles, but I'm still in prison. You see, that's the doubt. That's the fear. Read. Watch this. Read.
Verse 4. Jesus answered and said unto them, Go and show John again those things which ye do hear and see.
Go tell him again. Show him what's going on. Read.
The blind receive their sight, and the lame walk. The lepers are cleansed, and the deaf hear. The dead are raised up, and the poor have the gospel preached to them.
That's everything. He said we're doing everything. Everything that was written is going to happen. That's what's happening. Read.
And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in
Why
me.
he say that? Because he understood John had doubt. Right there, he said, blessed are you if you don't be offended in me. Don't be upset. Because everybody's getting healed, raising the dead. I'm doing all these things. So he's letting them know, yes, I'm the Messiah. Yes. There's no need for you to doubt it. That's why he said, and blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. Read.
Verse 7. And as they departed, Jesus began to say unto the multitudes concerning John, What went ye out into the wilderness to see? A reed shaken with the wind?
Read.
But what went ye out for to see?
Read.
A man clothed in soft raiment?
Read.
Behold, they that wear soft clothing are in kings' houses. But what went ye out for to see? A prophet. A prophet? Yea, I say unto you,
more.
And more than a prophet.
He said, what did you see? You went to see a prophet? I'm telling you, he's more than a prophet. Read.
For this is he, of whom it is written, Behold, I send my messenger before thy face, which shall prepare thy way before thee.
Read.
Verily I say unto
That's
you.
Crazy, bro. And that goes with it wasn't Isaiah when it's talking about him preparing the way, and it's talking about Malachi 3:1. And it's talking about Malachi 3:1. We ain't finna go there. Read.
Verse 11. Verily I say unto you, among them that are born of woman, there hath not risen a greater than John the Baptist.
So Christ starts talking about John the Baptist right then and there, about how great he is, right? He said there's no prophet, nobody that's risen that's greater than him. But we just read up above, what did he have? He had doubt. So I'm trying to get y'all to see it's not far-fetched or something that you should go, oh, I had this doubt, I can't do it. That's not what this is about. We got to face it, and we got to get over it. That's the point. John is no prophet that was better than him. None. And he still had doubt. So don't think we're going to be free of it. We just can't allow it to destroy us because it'll take your spirit. And we're going to go into that later on. It'll stop you from wanting to do the work of God. Keep reading.
Notwithstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence.
You see that? Read.
and the violent take it by force.
So Esau destroying everything. We in captivity is what he's saying. Read.
For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John.
Yep, read.
And if ye will receive it,
Then he said, but if you'll receive this,
this is Elias, which was for to come.
he said this was Elijah. He explained that was Elijah. Read verse 15.
He that hath ears to hear, let him hear.
Go to 1 Kings 19. Right. 1 Kings 19. That's heavy, man. Heavy as hell. 1 Kings 19, start at verse 1.
1 Kings chapter 19, verse 1. And Ahab told Jezebel all that Elijah had done, and with all how he had slain all the prophets with the sword.
Read.
Then Jezebel sent a messenger unto Elijah, saying, so let the gods do to me, and more also, if I make not thy life as the life of one of them by tomorrow about this time.
She said, I don't care what it takes, I'm going to kill you. That's what Jezebel was saying to Elijah. Read.
And when he saw that, he arose and went for his life.
He had to flee. Listen, that, man. And y'all, remember, when you read 1 Kings 17 and 1, when you read down from verse 1, he prayed to the Lord, and there was a drought for 3 years. He called, remember he did I call it the exhibition, when he had everybody, when he built the altars, and the altar, his altar had water, and the fire still burned. What I'm saying is he had a lot of power, and he saw a lot of things, but when he heard that, he got to get up out of there. He left, he fled. Read.
Verse 3. And when he saw that, he arose and went for his life, and came to Beersheba, which belongeth to Judah.
Read.
And left his servants there. But he himself went a day's journey into the wilderness, and came and sat down under a juniper tree. And he requested for himself that he might die, and said, it is enough. Now, O Lord, take away my life, for I am not better than my father.
So he started having a bunch of doubt, because she was trying to kill him, and at the same time, what was happening? Jezebel was killing all the other prophets that she saw. She was trying to kill everybody. So he's getting to a point where he's like, man, I'll just die. It is what it is. It's over. Read.
And as he lay and slept under a juniper tree, behold, then an angel touched him and said unto him, arise and eat.
Get up and eat. Read.
And he looked, and behold, there was a cake baking on the coals, and a cruse of water at his head. And he did eat and drink, and laid him down again.
You see, he said, just eat. It's food right there. I don't know. Man, listen, keep reading. Watch this.
And the angel of the Lord came again the second time, and touched him, and said, arise and eat, because the journey is too great for you.
Because you're going to be going a far distance. Wake up and eat now. Watch this.
And he arose and did eat and drink, and went in the strength of the meat 40 days and 40 nights unto Horeb, the mount of God.
Ain't no need to fear. It says in that food he ate, he was able to go for 40 days and 40 nights. Traveling. Yeah. What? Read.
Verse 9. And he came thither unto a cave, and lodged there. And behold, the word of the Lord came to him. And he said unto him, What doest thou here, Elijah?
You see that? So when we keep reading, you'll see his fear or doubt was that he was the only one left. There was nobody left. And the Lord's like, I always have people in reserve. But the doubt was there. But the fear was there. I'm just showing you that example. We know Elijah went on to do fantastic things. He got over it. But that doubt and that fear still was there. And he is Christ said he's the greatest prophet. Christ said that. And he was what? I read Elijah because Elijah is who, y'all? All right, just making sure we on the same page. Second Ezra, oh no, we already read that. Go to the YouTube. Yeah, we can read it. Read verse 18. Go ahead.
1 Kings chapter 19, verse 18.
Uh-huh.
Yet I have left me 7,000 in Israel, all the knees which have not bowed unto Baal, and every mouth which hath not kissed him.
So that proves that, you know what I mean? The Most High was taking care of them
Way before.
Way before that.
Yes.
Way before.
He had nothing to worry about.
He had nothing to worry
what the
about.
angel was trying to get him to
Exactly.
see. The Lord always got people in reserve. Don't think it's just you. That's what he was trying to tell him. And it's the same for us, right? When it is what it is. The Lord always does that. He always looks out for us. Now, I want to deal with this video real quick on doubt, because it's something that he said to me that was, he didn't say it to me, but he said in the video. That was crazy. Watch what this is an Edomite too. Watch this.
So I heard this quote the other day that really impacted me. It said, "You're suffering from self-doubt while others are intimidated by your full potential."
Stop.
And I love that quote because
Stop. Take that back. Rewind that.
Rewind that. Cap, you said it earlier, though. We taking over the world with the Bible.
Yes.
And trust and believe Esau and these other nations, they fear that thing.
They are pissed. And we don't give a damn. Go back to that video. Now keep in mind, it says, play it.
the other day that really impacted me. It said, "You're suffering from self-doubt while others are intimidated by your full potential."
Stop.
And
What that means, what he's letting you know is everybody can see your potential except you. You understand? That's why they're afraid of your full potential, because they know how great you are. It's you that's in the way saying you can't do it. It's you that's in the way stopping yourself, being afraid or doubting who you really are. All of us deal with that. God is letting us, listen, no, I ain't gonna get it yet. I ain't gonna get that yet. Don't play it one more time. That's what he said is powerful as hell. You can play the whole video through. It ain't that much longer, but play it.
so I heard this quote the other day that really impacted me. It said, "You're suffering from self-doubt while others are intimidated by your full potential." And I love that quote because I think we are our own worst critic. And it makes me think about, if your past self could see where you're at today, think of how impressed they would be. So I heard this
Think
quote.
about that. A lot of times we don't even think about that. A lot of us was doing all kind of ridiculous stuff in the world. Look at where you've come. Look how far you've come in this truth. A lot of times you don't take the opportunity to sit back and go, okay, damn, I really have grown. Now let me get to the next level. Now let me push to be even better. Acknowledge what you've been through and what you've done and what you survived through, and then now be better. Go ahead, Amos.
Hey, did you have Matthew 14?
No.
Go to Matthew chapter 14, start at verse 22, and then we're going to jump.
I do have that.
You got that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, understood.
Yep. I thought you was gonna say something else, but you went straight to the old real, huh? Let me
1
see.
John 5:14.
Hold on, wait. I
got
got that. Yeah, let it go, brother.
1 John 3:22.
You all right. You all right. Let it go, brother. Let it go. I really do. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yep, pull that one up. Pull this up first, because I had it later, but I want it now. You in the spirit. This is from, what was the, some college thing, right? Read that, somebody.
Let me see. Doubt kills more dreams than failure.
Read that again.
Doubt kills more dreams than failure.
Doubting you can do something is going to stop you more so than failure. Because if you fail, that means you tried.
Right.
You see that?
Damn, that's
If you-
heavy.
If you fail, that means you tried. Doubt, most of the time, you don't even try.
Damn.
You see that? If you failed, you tried. Okay, so now I know what to do the next time.
Right.
You got to sit on you don't have one day.
By definition, you're not a failure
Right.
because you tried.
Yes.
By definition.
Yeah. You're a failure when you don't try. That's the doubt. You was going to say something?
No.
No, you just reading. Okay,
Yep.
go back.
Our doubts are traitors and make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to
By
attempt.
fearing to even start. The
Shakespeare.
doubt if it makes you not even start, because your mind already told you it won't work. It won't work. That ain't the right thing. Maybe not now. That's you. That's only you. It's nobody else. we have to move on past that. The people that we see, when we read about the prophets, when we read about our forefathers and foremothers, those that had a strong spirit, they know, just go, just do it. The Lord will be there to help you. And even if you do fail, who give a damn? Ain't nobody in the corner. I'm telling y'all, nobody's in the corner marking how many times you failed. All right, that was number 2. All right, 3. Nobody does that. You only think people are going to do that. Because it goes back to that first video with the Edomite. What did he say? Everybody else fearing your full potential, you over here doubting who you really are. Nobody's marking your losses. Nobody. Because guess what? They worried about their own damn losses. You want to say something? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Just off that little article you brought up about doubting, how it takes you. Can I get, you got 1 Samuel?
No, you good.
15 and 17.
Amos mad.
This is our forefather, one of our forefathers, King Saul. And he was anointed and he had doubt. This is what happened.
1 Samuel,
15, 17.
1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 17.
Bring it out.
And Samuel said, when thou was little in thine own sight.
Because a lot of times, like you said earlier, we belittle. We can't, like, you want me to lead, man? You want me to go out here and teach? You think it's not possible, right? So he's saying, when you was little in your own mind, right, you ain't had the confidence in yourself.
Was thou not made the head of the tribes of Israel?
But who made him? The Lord anointed him. He put him up there. So God had faith in him, and he knew, I know your potential. Yep. But he himself, when you read down, because he lacked faith, he didn't go through what the Lord did. And guess what happened? He lost his position. Damn. Can I get just one more?
Of course. Yeah, go ahead.
The next chapter, real quick. Now we're going to talk about King David. Chapter 16, and we're just going to jump to the point, 7. Because look at the Lord. The Lord, we think carnal. We see carnal. We small. We don't have I ain't got the education. But the Lord sees past that. 16 and 7. This is when he was looking for King David.
1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance.
So it's not about your physical. Go ahead.
Or on the height of his stature. Because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth.
He don't see like we see. Sometimes we see that he don't got the capabilities. But now realize in his spirit, it's a giant in there. Right? Finish.
For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart.
That's what goes to faith. Faith is the number one thing. That's what the scripture says. Without faith, you can't serve the Lord. But doubt will get you knocked down just like Saul. I'm good.
Oh, praise. Yeah, you have something you want to say too, right?
Yes. So sometimes the doubt might come from those around you.
Yeah, it can.
Right? They'll try to put that spirit on you. I'll give you an example. So y'all know I'm trying to get my license, do my thing, right? So I called this Edomite that he used to be a superintendent, right? And I'm getting like work that I've done for him in the past to put on my quote unquote resume, right?
Yeah.
And he says, damn, so what you going for? Your license? I tell him, yeah, I'm going for my license. He said, he texted me and said, damn, that's scary, right? And I said, well, what you mean by that? He said, you building 4-story buildings is scary, right? So basically he was trying to be funny and put that doubt on me that I can't do it.
Yep.
So I'm saying all this to say, use that doubt for fuel.
Right.
You know what my response was? I said, yeah, I'm gonna hire you to do it.
Oof.
That's what I said. I said, I'm gonna hire you to do it. You understand?
Yeah.
And I say that, give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. This is why. All right, leave it alone. I got shot down too. I'm sorry.
I'm shooting everything down.
Come over here and sit. Go ahead and sit over here with me.
But that you in the spirit though. You in the spirit say he gonna work for you to do it. Go back. All right. Read that top part again.
It says, our doubts are traitors and make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt.
Read.
Doubt is the lack of confidence about something or someone. It is a prowling force that takes away joy, hope, and confidence from us and pushes us into an abyss of worry and uncertainty.
So it'll take away the fruits of the spirit from you. It'll take away the fruit of the spirit from you. That's how strong doubt is if you let it get to that point. Read.
It can create a fear that keeps gnawing our minds, and not many talk about doubt.
Nobody. Most people, it's in your mind and you don't say something. You just let it keep festering. You let it keep building. That's why it's good for us to be around each other and always bring forth ideas and push each other to go to that next level. If you stay by yourself, chances are you ain't going to get much done. But if you got a system and we all create a support system to help each other, we can get past the doubt. Read.
However, it is a pernicious enemy that we battle frequently. And the worst part, we are too fearful to seek any clarification.
You see that? Meaning what? You, instead of seeking the answers to try to get past the doubt, you let the doubt make you not even speak. You don't even look for a way out. You just go, I ain't going to be able to do it. I can't do it. It's over. And guess what? We apply that with almost everything in our life on some level. There's a doubt there that we all hold on to that we got to move past, that we got to get out of, that we got to say, okay, we're going to go over some of the scriptures that my brother's already quoted. But it's those things. We got to use the Bible, use these scriptures to help us get past it, to move forward. Because guess what? I'm showing you the greatest prophet dealt with that doubt and that fear too. You're going to deal with it as well. But we got to get past it. There's ways past it. Let me see. Scroll down. Yeah, read that one. Doubt is yeah.
Doubt is an unpleasant, strong emotion caused by anticipation or awareness of danger.
Mm-hmm.
It is a feeling that makes us question the truth and become uncertain of it.
Didn't we read that on the other definitions? Let me see. Next.
Consequently, it leads to a lack of confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Doubt can emerge due to intensive questioning of the truth when the best option is to accept the truth as we know it to be.
Right here. Accept it as you read it. You already know what it is. You already know. Watch this. You could drop this. Watch this. Pull up the photo. It's a photo I had. Right there. I want you to show all of that. And we're gonna say the names first, and then don't read it. Just say the
Low self-esteem.
The next one.
Impaired decision-making.
The next one.
Relationship problems.
The next one.
Career stagnation. Mental health issues. Imposter syndrome. Avoidance of responsibility. Social isolation.
So we're gonna go through some of these, right? Pertaining to doubt. All these things. This is the effects of doubt. So we're going to get the effects, but we're also going to get the solution, right? Go back to the top. I want you to read, you're going to read low self-esteem, and you're going to read imposter syndrome. Read that.
Low self-esteem. Constant questioning of one's abilities and worth can erode self-esteem and lead to feelings of inadequacy. You think you're not worthy. You think I'm not good enough. Scroll down to imposter syndrome. Read that. Imposter syndrome. Individuals with strong self-doubt may experience imposter syndrome, a feeling of being a fraud despite evidence of their competence.
You see that? Guess what? Some people in the truth, especially if you're newer, you might look at Esau over there and go, we can't be the real people, man. They might be. Because what you see. You understand? You read the Bible, you see what's going on, but because of your own doubt, you might think they actually are the people.
Cap, I mean, these people look crazy as hell.
Yeah. Well,
I'm joking.
From our perspective, they ain't
right.
talking about nothing.
You said new people. So.
Right, but I'm just saying that make you think you're not good enough. That's that feeling of inadequacy. That's the feeling like being like we're the frauds.
Right.
Ain't no way. Get 2 Ezra 5:22. Watch this.
Despite the evidence.
Despite all the evidence. Watch this. 2 Ezra 5:22.
2 Ezra chapter 5.
And you talk about feeling of inadequacy. Watch what God says.
2 Ezra chapter 5 verse 22.
Read.
And my soul recovered the spirit of understanding, and I began to talk with the Most High again.
Read.
And said,
this is Ezra. He said, my soul recovered the spirit of understanding, and I began to talk with the Most High again. Read.
And said, O Lord, that bearest rule of every wood of the earth and of all the trees thereof, thou hast chosen thee one only vine.
So out of all the trees, the Lord has a favorite vine. It's the vine, right? Read.
And of all lands of the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit.
He has chosen one pit of all the lands. So we're reading the things that the Lord chose. Read.
And of all the flowers thereof, one lily.
One lily. Read.
And of all the depths of the sea, thou hast filled thee one river.
Uh-huh.
And of all builded cities, thou hast hallowed Zion unto
So
thyself.
he loves Jerusalem out of every city ever created. Read.
And of all the fowls that are created, thou hast named thee one dove.
Uh-huh.
And of all the cattle that are made, thou hast provided thee one sheep.
That's his favorite cattle, sheep. Read.
And among all the multitudes of the people, thou hast gotten thee one people.
Wait a second. You have feelings of inadequacy. You deal with low self-esteem and the imposter syndrome. But God says, of all the multitudes of people, I only chose you. There's no need to have a feeling of inadequacy. You are the one. Read.
And unto this people, whom thou lovest.
Whom thou what?
Whom thou lovest.
Read.
Thou gavest a law that is approved of all.
God says, I gave that to you of all the people. He said, I don't give a damn about everybody else. I only care about y'all. It's multitudes of people that were created. And I only got one. Just like how he got one bird, how he got one, just like how y'all might have one pair of shoes you really love, one shirt that you really like. Guess what? That's the same thing. You can't afford to feel inadequate when God already said you good. No, we're not moving like that. Deuteronomy 7:6. Deuteronomy 7:6. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6.
Yep.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
There's no need for low self-esteem, y'all. We are chosen above all people upon the face of this earth. There is nobody better than you. There is nobody better than you. I don't give a damn if they believe what the Bible says or not. We believe it. You understand? Don't let doubt, because here's another thing, like you said, how doubt from other people. A lot of time, your family members, your friends, or whoever, oh, man, you in a cult, you crazy. Just because you don't believe, that does not, matter of fact, get that in, Romans 3? Read that real quick. It doesn't matter if you believe it. You're not going to cast doubt on me due to your lack of faith. No, it don't work like that. Read that.
Romans chapter 3, verse 3.
Read.
For what if some did not believe?
Uh-huh.
Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
Read.
God forbid.
God forbid. Read.
Yea, let God be true, but every man a liar.
That's saying nobody give a damn about what people say. Don't let them cast or put you in low self-esteem. When you believe what the Bible say, when you are the one that you understand God says you're above everybody else. To hell with what a nigga got to say. Straight like that. Straight like that. Give me 2 Ezra 7:11.
2 Ezra chapter 7, verse 11.
Read.
Because for their sakes I made the world.
Read that again.
Because for their sakes I made the world.
Not only should you not have low self-esteem, he's telling you that everything you see was made because of you. I mean, what else is there to say? When we go out here today, we finna step outside. After this class is on, we're gonna step outside. You're gonna look up, you're gonna see trees, you're gonna see the sky, you're gonna see everything you see was only made for you. And it's a sign, the fact that you see it is the sign that it's for you. You see that new moon? It's coming up soon. That's a sign that this is yours. Don't let nobody give you low. Man, please. They better go on some damn where. Go back to the picture. Relationship problems. Read that, on.
Relationship problems. Self-doubt can manifest in relationships, leading to insecurity, jealousy, and difficulty trusting others.
You see that? Your doubt can ruin your marriage. Your doubt can ruin your marriage. Get Ephesians 5. You allow because a lot of time that doubt, that's because you're insecure in yourself. That jealousy can come from your doubt. All those different things. Watch this. Ephesians 5:21. Of course.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 21.
Watch this.
Submitting yourselves one to another in the fear of God.
Meaning what? The man submitting to the role that God gave him and loving his wife and protecting her, and a woman submitting herself to the man as the head of the household, treating him as Christ. Read.
Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands, as unto the Lord.
Read.
For the husband is the head of the wife,
Mm-hmm.
even as Christ is the head of the church. And he is the Savior of the body.
You see that? The husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church. Read.
Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything.
You hear that? Read that part again. So they flinched when we read that part. They kind of jumped a little bit. Read that part again.
Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything.
So it's safe to say when a sister is disrespectful to her husband or don't follow that scripture, there's doubt there. Damn. She don't believe. Damn. Something to think about, sisters.
What club was that at?
Admit that a lot of people don't even realize that.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
Read.
Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church, and gave himself for it.
Same for the man. You got to give your life, give yourself for your family. That's our duty, to provide and be men. If you run from that, that's doubt. That's fear. So we all got a role to play. We all got to stand up in the role that God gave us. We cannot let fear ruin relationships. Go ahead.
Hey, Cap, and that also goes for the single brothers too. You have to understand, you have to come, because like marriage is honorable.
Yes.
And some brothers run away from marriage because they have doubt that they won't be that man that Christ tells them to be. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So in being a husband, it ain't just about getting a woman and having sex. It's about becoming that man that Christ wants you to be and have a responsibility. And a lot of you single brothers have doubt that you can't become that. Yep. God says you can become that. You know what I'm saying? And going back to the sisters too, a lot of our sisters coming out of America, especially coming to this truth, y'all have more faith in that paycheck coming from the white man than your faith in your husband providing for you now. Dang. A lot of times you knew for a fact, like us today, and a lot of us suffer from this. We know for a fact the white man has done nothing but lie, cheat, and steal from us. But we got faith that he gonna pay us on time.
Dang.
And then if he don't pay us on time, he'll get me later.
Yep.
He'll get me. According to the law, he's supposed to pay you the day of that you do your work.
Yep. Every day.
It's already off the way he pays you every week or every 2 weeks. It's already off. But you have faith in that. As a nation, we have to have faith in one another and not doubt one another, especially in marriage. Go ahead.
That's it. Sirach 9:1. That's a heavy point, especially in marriage, because guess what? I'm going to tell you, when brothers can have a spirit of jealousy on their own wife due to their own doubt, right? Watch this.
Sirach chapter 9, verse 1.
Because you got some, it's some marriages where the wives are going above and beyond with the works of the Lord, and the husband he's not so much there. Watch this. Read.
Sirach chapter 9, verse 1. Be not jealous over the wife of thy bosom.
And guess what they can do in that? That I've seen it. Brothers be jealous that their wife doing all this in all these offices, and guess what they do? They either start fights, or you got to stay back this week. You got to stay home. For what?
I request my wife to be taken off of everything.
Take off every office.
She deleted Telegram.
No, and when you really dig into it, it's due to your own inadequacies. That's why I said don't be jealous of your wife. No. Due to your own inadequacy. No, you put in the work. You ain't got to worry about that. Ain't no way no man should be in here, and the Lord called men, and your wife outworks you. Ain't nothing wrong with sisters do as much work as you possibly can. I'm not saying don't do no work. I'm saying your husband, come on, man. Let me stop before it turns to another class. Read it again. Keep reading. Come on, keep reading.
And teach her not an evil lesson against thyself.
Don't teach her. You know what you're going to teach her? To not do the work, to not love the Lord like you. And that goes in the relationship. Right. That's the relationship problem. Have that doubt like how you got. That's what you're going to teach her. Because you jealous, because she put in bricks. That is crazy. You sitting on the couch, knowing you should be at the school or be at the event, you see your wife getting ready. You think about that. You sitting there, eating a bag of chips or something. I don't know. And, you think you just chilling. She scratching. You definitely scratching. She gets up and you think she finna make something to eat or something. She walk past and she go to the, bathroom room, wherever, start putting on clothes. That jealous brother, that doubting brother that don't do a damn thing, he gonna look, where you going? She like, on the info updates, they said it was a fundraiser today. I'm trying to make sure I go to fundraiser. Yeah, but you ain't, I'm hungry. It's food in there. That turns into an argument, though. Y'all understand? Like, because of he's mad. He don't want her to go nowhere. He wants to make an argument to say she's out the spirit to keep her in the house. That's being jealous of you. I'm telling you, y'all think it has happened, y'all. It has happened quite a few times. Get Ecclesiastes 9:9. Let me get off that. Because, like I said, we're trying to fix it. Let me get off of that. Ecclesiastes 9:9. So relationship problems, to fix that, you got to remove the doubt. You got to remove the fear. Read that, Ecclesiastes 9:9.
Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 9.
Read.
Live joyfully with the wife whom thou lovest all the days of thy life.
That's the key. That's the answer. Live joyfully. Apply the commandments in your marriage and be joyful to see each other, to be around each other. It's a joy. Read.
Live joyfully with the wife whom thou lovest all the days of the life of thy vanity.
Because everything else is vanity. This life is vanity is what Solomon is saying. Read.
Which he hath given thee under the sun.
Uh-huh.
All the days of thy vanity. For that is thy portion in this life.
Uh-huh.
And in thy labor which thou takest under the sun.
Jump down to verse 12. So he said, live joyfully with the wife of your youth. Why?
Verse 12. For man also knoweth not his time.
You don't know when you're going to die. She don't know when she going to die. You don't got time to be sitting here doubting, bullcrapping with this fear and arguing and fighting with each other. You don't know how much time you got left. Read verse 12 again.
For man also knoweth not his time.
Read.
As the fishes that are taken in an evil net.
Stop. Y'all brothers and sisters that fish, y'all know what's going on there. Them fish don't. Those fish, Amos is insane. Those fish, they don't expect it. They just going along with their life, swimming. Y'all remember Nemo? They're swimming, just swimming. Yeah, they ain't thinking about nothing, right? Your mind ain't there. And then all of a sudden you cast in the net. And now you food. You see what I'm saying? Like it says, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, read.
And as the birds that are caught in the snare.
In a trap, read.
So are the sons of men snared in an evil time.
We're trapped in an evil time, read.
When it falleth suddenly upon them.
At any moment, it could be over with. That's why he's saying live joyfully with the wife of your youth. Don't argue. Don't be jealous over your wife. Don't do that. Go ahead.
And I was jumping back to something that you said before, the article that you read before. You're not a failure if you try.
Right.
You're not a failure if you try. So I'm jumping off of marriage, just going back to that statement. It says, all these things can happen to you suddenly. Guess what? You're not a failure if you try. The only thing is that all these things can happen to you anytime. You don't know when you don't have. That's why I say it's make no tarrying to turn to the Lord.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So if you let doubt take over your mind, you'll never get to your top potential. Because guess what? You're worried about, am I going to get caught in this net? Am I going to get caught in this snare?
Yep.
Oh, am I good enough? Am I this? No. Just push forward to the mark.
That's it. Go back to this picture. Read that. Career stagnation.
Career stagnation. Employees who are plagued by self-doubt may shy away from new challenges or opportunities, hindering their career progression.
What's our profession, brothers?
Brothers?
I don't know. What? Hebrews 3:1 real quick.
Yeah.
It didn't sound too
Real chicken.
didn't sound too sure. It's doubt. It's doubt in the class. Come on, man. Damn. All you brothers already doubting. That don't make no damn sense. Read that.
Hebrews chapter 3, verse 1.
Read.
Wherefore, holy brethren, partakers of the heavenly calling, consider the apostle and high priest of our profession, Christ Jesus.
It's us being prophets in Christ. That's our job. So when it said career stagnation, I knew everybody would think about a job and all that. I want you to take it spiritual. Give me Ecclesiastes 9. We already there. Read verse 10. Remember what we said when we read in verse 12 about what? You don't know the time. But watch what he says in verse 10.
Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 10.
Read.
Break it out.
Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might.
Read it again.
Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do it with thy might.
All of us need to meditate on this scripture. Whatever you find to do, give it everything you got. All of us in here are guilty of not doing that. You can say what you want. Everybody is guilty of not doing that on some level. All of us. We got to push and go further and beyond what we even think. Go to Baruch 4:28. 4:28. Sorry about that. Baruch 4:28.
Baruch chapter 4, verse 28.
Read.
For as it was your mind to go astray from God,
Read.
so being returned,
So
seek
we're
him-
returned because we were astray from God. Now we're back understanding who we are. We're supposed to do what?
Seek him 10 times more.
We're supposed to seek God 10 times more. Doing that assures you that you won't be stagnant in the truth. That's full assurance that you will not be stagnant if you're seeking the Lord 10 times more. That means as soon as something is done, you're already looking to the next thing. That person that moves in that spirit, it's never enough. It's never. But I'll show you. Get Sirach 43:30. Watch this. The Bible says it's never enough. So in our mind, we have to do something and move to the next thing. Let's make sure we're getting stuff done. That's our job. Doubt makes you think, oh, I did this last year. I did something a year ago, 2 years ago. We cannot live off old works. We got it is what have you done? What have you done for me lately? That is how it works, and it's truth. It's too much happening to worry about 2 years ago. Man, please, go ahead, read that.
Sirach chapter 43, verse 30.
I hope you brothers listening to what I'm saying. Nobody give a damn what you did a year or two ago or 3 years ago. That don't matter. It does not matter. You're supposed to be innovative and changing and growing every single year. If you're the same person that you was last year, something ain't right. If you did the same amount of work or less work last year than you did last year, it's a problem. It's a problem. It's something going on in your spirit. And I guarantee you it's doubt in there somewhere. Remember, doubt is fear. It's uncertainty. It's all kind of things. It ain't just one thing. Go ahead.
When ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as you can.
Read.
For even yet will he far exceed.
How does he far exceed? The fact that you know you're an Israelite. That's far exceeding right there. Read.
And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength.
Put forth what?
All your strength.
Uh-huh.
And be not weary, for ye can never go far enough.
You can never go far enough. Go back to the screen. Let's speed this up. Mental health.
She was going to read it. No, I'm talking to Amo. No, you good. Mental health issues. Chronic self-doubt can be a precursor to mental health problems such as anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem.
What does the Bible say about that? Go to Sirach 38 and verse 18. So all these things, we're giving you solutions and showing what the scriptures say to avoid those effects of doubt. Because if you're not moving in that spirit of doubt, you can get things done. We can move forward. Sirach 38, verse 18.
Sirach chapter 38, verse 18.
So remember, it said mental health issues come from doubt. It's a precursor, right? Read.
For of heaviness cometh death.
Read that again.
For of heaviness cometh death.
Heaviness is depression. Now, when you read up, it's talking about dealing with death and things of that nature. But I wanted to deal with the fact that it's saying that heaviness or that depression or that sorrow can lead to your own death. That's mental health issues right there. Read.
And the heaviness of the heart breaketh strength.
It breaketh strength. It causes doubt. It causes doubt. Heaviness can cause doubt in your mind. Read.
In affliction also sorrow remaineth. And the life of the poor is the curse of the heart.
Read.
Take no heaviness to heart. Drive it away and remember the last end.
Read that part again.
Take no heaviness to heart. Drive it away.
Take no heaviness to heart. Drive that away from you. Don't dwell in that type of spirit. Push it away from you. Read.
And remember the last end.
Jump to Sirach 37 and read verse 27.
Sirach chapter 37, verse 27.
Now keep in mind, as you read down, it's going to start talking about foods and those things. But I want to deal with what it says in verse 27. Read.
My son, prove thy soul in thy life,
and
see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it.
That's how you can avoid those issues as well. If you see something's not good for your spirit, get away from it. Move on. Stay away from it. Read.
For all things are not profitable for all men.
That's how you know that. You know you got to examine your spirit then. You know you got to know what's good for you and what's not good for you. That comes with self-examination. That goes with you applying the scriptures. That goes with you removing doubt. Read.
Neither hath every soul pleasure in everything.
All right, drop that. Go to Sirach 30 because we're dealing with mental health. Sirach 30, look at verse 21.
Sirach chapter 30, verse 21.
Read.
The gladness of the heart is the life of man.
Wait. Oh, okay. I said 21. Start at verse 21.
Sirach chapter 30, verse 21.
You started at 22.
Verse 21. Give not over thy mind to heaviness.
You see that? Don't give your mind to depression. Don't give your mind to doubt. That's all. It's all in the same thing. Read.
And afflict not thyself in thine own counsel.
Don't tell you, because that afflicting yourself would be thinking that you have the right answer and you're not following what the scriptures say at all. You're just going with whatever you feel in your state of depression. Read.
The gladness of the heart is the life of man.
You have to be glad. That's why the Lord said you got to serve me with joyfulness and gladness, because that's the life of man. Read.
And the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days.
You see that? It lengthens your days, your time on this earth. Read.
Love thine own soul and comfort thy heart. Remove sorrow far from thee. For sorrow hath killed many, and there is no profit therein.
So it's telling you what to do to get past that doubt, because these are what we're reading on the pictures are the effects of doubt. And then it's saying, love your own soul and comfort thy heart. Remove sorrow from thee. It's giving you solutions. You just have to follow them. You got to apply them. Read.
Verse 24. Envy and wrath shorten the life. And carefulness bringeth age before the time.
Carefulness means worry, to worry. So if you're worrying, it'll put years on you. It'll shorten your life. You know, some people be so stressed and worried about all these different things. That will shorten your life. That'll shorten it. Read.
A cheerful and good heart will have a care of his meat and diet.
All right, drop that. Go back to the oh, go ahead, Amos.
Hey, Cap. I pulled up a screenshot on the articles right quick. It's just because it was going back to what you were saying about confidence too. What we've been doing now in IUIC, now we've been doing it for a while, but we're kind of pushing it now, is making a goals list.
Yep.
A list that you can, see where you are and what you want to accomplish and everything else. I typed in on Google and I said goal accomplishment, what it does to self-doubt. Look at this right quick. Yeah, pull that article up right quick. It's a screenshot. I'm going to read the top. So I typed in how does goal accomplishment help with doubt? Goal accomplishment significantly combat self-doubt by providing tangible evidence of capability, boosting confidence, and fostering a sense of pride and accomplishment. So basically, guess what? For you to have doubt, it takes a lot of effort to have doubt in yourself. That's why it's put more years on you. Remember everybody says it takes more bones to frown than to smile? When you're coming up with ideas how you can better yourself, they come just like this right here. And you feel good. You feel, okay, I can do this. But it takes more effort when you say, you know what, man, I might not be able to do this. I might not be able to do this. That's why it's putting more years on you. At the bottom it says shifting focus. I want to focus on that. Instead of dwelling on potential failures and self-doubt, focus on setting and achieving goals helps you to shift your attention towards positive outcomes and personal growth. So all the effort that you put in doubting yourself, shift your focus on how you can better yourself, all right?
All praises. All right, go back to the picture. Go, where we at? Avoidance of responsibility.
Avoidance of responsibility. Self-doubt can lead to a reluctance to take on responsibilities or challenges as individuals fear failure or criticism.
Watch this. Go to Proverbs 26:13. Reluctant take on responsibilities. Ooh. You know that, right? Read that.
Proverbs chapter 26, verse 13. The slothful man saith, there was a lion in the way.
Hold on, wait. Read that again.
The slothful man saith, there was a lion in the way.
The slothful man will say, there's a lion in the way. What does that mean, y'all? Brothers? There it is. Excuses. There's a lion in the way. I can't get this done because there is a lion out there. It's excuses. Drop that. Go to Sirach 32:17.
Sirach chapter 32, verse 17. A sinful man will not be reproved. But
what man?
A sinful man will not be reproved. But findeth an excuse according to his will.
But will find an excuse. That's that avoidance of responsibility. And they push and become more and more, I guess, standoffish or give more excuses. The stronger the doubt grows in their spirit. They don't see the self-worth. They don't see what we're doing. They don't understand the mission. So guess what they do? They start making more and more excuses, and they start avoiding responsibility. Now, at first, we've seen, how many times have we seen this, man? When you be around somebody and they start off strong as hell, they be on fire. I'm talking about going insane. Go ahead.
Now, I was just thinking of one of the brothers when I was driving here. They used to be crazy strong.
Bruh.
The brothers used to look for him for scriptures. And
Man.
I haven't seen him in I don't know how many months.
That's how it works. That doubt creep in, and then when they start avoiding those responsibilities, not being around as much, you know what's next. That's why we gotta avoid these things. We gotta get out of it. Don't listen. That's why this class was made, so we can understand how to move. Get Sirach 40 real quick. You got something else you want to say? No. Sirach 40, real quick. Start at verse 1.
Sirach chapter 40 and verse 1.
Read.
Great travail is created for every man, and an heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam. From the day that they go out of their mother's womb till the day that they return to the mother of all things.
Meaning it's going to be trials. Trials is going to be your whole life. Read.
Their imagination of things to come, and the day of death.
So he said the imagination of things to come. The imagination, not the things that actually came. It's the thought of the imagination of what's coming, and your day of death. Read.
Trouble their thoughts.
It troubles your mind. It starts to build fear. When you read this, these first couple verses, this is all talking about fear, which is doubt. Read.
And cause fear of heart from him that sitteth on a throne of glory.
So the king,
unto him that is humbled in earth and ashes.
The peasant, the lowly, right?
From him that weareth purple and a crown, unto him that is clothed with a linen frock.
That's the rich, yep.
Wrath and envy, trouble and unquietness, fear of death and anger and strife, and in the time of rest upon his bed his night sleep. do change his knowledge.
You see that? All those things change his sleeping patterns. Read.
A little or nothing is his rest.
A little or nothing is his rest. That's how heavy the fear can get on our spirits. The doubt can get on our spirit. It says a little or nothing is his rest.
And afterward, he is in his sleep. As in a day of keeping watch.
As in a day of keeping watch.
Troubled in the vision of his heart. As if he were escaped out of a battle.
He's so worried and stressed and fearful. It's like when he actually does get to rest, it says it's like he was in a battle, a physical fight. That's how fear can have you acting. You know how when you like when your adrenaline is pumping crazy, when it's over, what happened? You be like, ugh, you tired. That's what it's talking about with the fear. Read.
When all is safe.
When everything is safe.
He awaketh and marveleth that the fear was nothing.
When he finally comes down and goes through it, it says he realizes that the fear meant nothing. That's how fear works. It's only what he's telling you is it starts with the imagination of your mind. Once you really go through whatever you got to deal with, you find out that it is nothing. You can handle it. But the fear and the doubt creep in, and you tell yourself you can't do it. You tell yourself, oh, I ain't nothing I can do. Now, or you make this scenario. How many times have we all had that scenario where we think you made it up in your head? Or I'm like to say what you always say to brothers. It's not real.
Oh, yeah, it's not real. It's never, oh, my goodness, man. We put that on us, right? And you sit there and think about it, and it's not, it doesn't exist. There's nothing there. There's nothing there at all.
It's nothing there. It's nothing there. Go back.
The slothful guy, it's not a lion there. It's your self-doubt in the way of that responsibility that you don't want to take upon.
Yep. Go back to the picture. Last one on that one.
Social, that one, right? Social isolation?
Yes.
Self-doubt can lead to social isolation as individuals may withdraw from social situations due to fear of judgment or scrutiny. Dang.
Now, y'all already know where I'm going with that one. Give me Jude 1.
These be they.
Y'all already know. And guess what? When that happens, it's doubt.
Bro, this happened just like
go ahead, say
3 weeks ago. Another brother. This was like 3-4 weeks ago.
Bro,
we asking the brother. I don't want to get
go ahead. Go.
We asking.
Just don't say no name.
Yeah, we asking the brother's wife, where's your husband at? And her response was, well, he's afraid of, I guess, not the ridicule, but I guess the fact that he gonna have to come up here and explain where the hell you been. We at war.
Mm-hmm.
We are at war. And I still haven't seen him.
Bruh.
But that was the excuse that the wife gave, is that, you know what I mean?
Read it again.
Self-doubt can lead to social isolation.
That's what's happening.
That's it.
You don't even feel like you're worthy. Remember, we read earlier, the low self-esteem. All these things play a factor. So when we see it, we know, man, it's a spirit. You got the damn devil on you. Read it again.
Self-doubt can lead to social isolation as individuals may withdraw from social situations due to fear of judgment or scrutiny. That's exactly it.
That's exactly what it is. I don't want nobody to say nothing. I'm just going to keep hiding in my corner being a little hermit. No, we ain't got time for that. We got work to do. You a grown man. We got work to do. Give me Jude 1, verse 19.
Jude chapter 1, verse 19.
Read.
These be they who separate themselves, sensual, having not the spirit.
They are damn sensual. They are emotional. They have doubt in their spirit. That's what we're reading about. Jump to, now how do you fix that? Zephaniah 2:1. Zephaniah 2:1. We've been given solutions to it. Zephaniah 2:1. Read kind of fast.
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1.
Bring it out.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Gather together, nation that's not desired. I'm telling you, being around your brothers, it will make you better. and it will make you stronger. You have to accept the fact that correction is going to happen. That's what, especially you brothers. The upper leadership has created an environment to where you're gonna get corrected if you're around them. And guess what? If you take heed to the correction, you're gonna be better. If you have any doubt, if you have a doubtful spirit, if you ain't solidified in your own spirit, you're gonna be out the door. 1 John 4:1 says you got to try the spirit anyway. That's what they're doing. So you need to build yourself up. When you're around brothers, it's going to fortify your spirit. When you're around your sisters, it's going to fortify your spirit. That's what we're supposed to do. That's how you can avoid social isolation. When you have a support system, when you have your brothers and sisters. If I don't talk to these guys, let me go 2-3 days. They might show up in my house. Where I'm at, I mean.
Sure, 2 or 3 days is crazy. I'll call you the next day and be like, "You got the devil on you, huh? Something going on over there. You good?" And he does it to me too.
Yeah.
You know, that's why some of y'all brothers, as soon as y'all come up here, we start cooking y'all.
Yeah, immediately. Immediately.
Think about it. When tribulation comes, right? We can't have no weak brothers around us, man.
It's impossible.
Soon as you get offended, you're gonna be gone. Can't trust nobody like that.
Yep.
So that's why as soon as some of y'all come up here, I'm looking at y'all. As soon as y'all come up here, we start cooking you.
Immediately.
Every time.
Yes.
But, yeah, especially if we ain't talked to you. But that proves that we fool with you, though, too.
Yep, it's love.
You know?
It's actually love. So when we gathering together, those things is to better your spirit, to help you fight doubt that you have. Remember, we read about it earlier. A lot of the times people have doubt and they keep it to themselves. A lot of people don't just openly say what they doubt or that they fear. No, they're not going to tell you that. They keep it to themselves, and then the doubt consumes them, and they become a different person. Go ahead.
Hey, pull up that Jack's article. Daniel just sent me. This is good stuff, right? I actually saw this, too. There's a study that they did, and when I saw this, officer, I immediately thought about Bishop and leadership, because their sessions be, Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. Look what this says. This says, study shows friend groups who insult and make fun of each other are 300% more likely to be loyal and honest.
Damn.
So if you didn't, brothers that cook each other, all right, they did a study. This proves you have a 300% more likelihood to be loyal and to be honest. It goes back to what I just said.
Yes.
You can't have no brothers that the minute they get offended, they're going to be gone. It can't be like that.
Damn.
We ain't even being tried yet.
At all. Damn, that's crazy. That's insane. Luke 12. All right, so we can drop the picture. Drop that picture, go to Luke 12. We coming on to the home stretch. Luke 12, verse 22. Amos tried to, read that.
Luke chapter 12, verse 22. And he said unto his disciples, Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, neither for the body, what ye shall put on. The life is more than meat, and the body is more than raiment.
You see that? Don't take no thought, right? Read.
Consider the ravens, for they neither sow nor reap, which neither have storehouses nor barn.
What verse you at?
24.
Read.
Which neither have storehouse nor barn, and God feedeth them. How much more are ye better than the fowl?
There's no need to even worry about your food. The Lord says you are better than a bird. You're going to eat. All of us in here have had times when we're like, man, it's ugly right now. I don't know what I'm going to do. And you still eat. The only time you don't eat is when you want to fast or Day of Atonement. Think about what I'm saying. The only time you do not eat is by choice or it's Day of Atonement.
Brother.
That's by choice.
Brother worried, sweating, but he big as hell, though. If I'm looking at you, I'm like, I don't know what the worry is. You big as hell. You ain't missed too many meals, brother. Why am I dying right now? Bro, you 300 pounds, bro.
Yes.
Stop it.
You can miss a few and be fine. That's how that goes. But think, y'all, we laughing about it, but really think about it. How many times you been starving and you couldn't eat anything? It don't happen. It don't happen. Even those like when we go to these different countries and stuff like that, they eating. Now I'm not saying it ain't tough, but they eating though. They eating. When you see the right, yeah, fire, some of that stuff be crazy. But when you see the cow and they drinking a cow piss and all the whatever they're doing, those are Hamites, y'all. That ain't us. Right. Yeah. Now I'm not saying people ain't poor. Our people it's gonna be poor of our people till Christ return. But what I'm saying is all that old weird, that ain't us. Them Hamites, man. When they play the little song, in the arms of the name, the little fly on his forehead and all that, that's a Hamite somewhere, man. That's what I'm saying.
Hold on a second. Give me this mic. I'm going to see how I can say this. I ain't going to say that. No, because they give you such a mindset of Africa. There ain't no flies nowhere on nobody's eyelids, foreheads. They ain't even got no pot bellies like they say that they do.
Right, yeah. Esau just be lying, man. Listen, if I showed you a picture now, matter of fact, I don't know. Let me see. I don't know if we have time to. Yeah, right. No, but hold on, look, because they make it seem like it's just terrible everywhere. Let me see if I can send this. Somebody talk.
Bro, we see the Passover videos, man. The people look normal.
Right.
Everybody, you look at them and be like, those are Judites, 100%. They look just like us, man.
Anytime somebody did something weird or something that we would see over here, I would say the cameras across, say, that's your cousin. That's your cousin. That's your crazy cousin. Yeah, man.
Now, I want to show you this little scene because, like I said, they show us nothing but terrible pictures and images of Africa. This is in the. Hopefully, it's gonna take a little minute. I know it is.
And I do get dark at night, though.
No, and it's now and again.
I'm joking.
It do.
It get dark at night.
The lights ain't. But they have power issues, right? It's a lot of stuff that's not right. I'm not saying it's insane, but look at this.
Hey y'all, we here.
You can't see it.
I'm in the hotel room right now. Look at it. I think these are bats, y'all.
Yes.
These are bats.
Crazy.
Look at that background. Yonde Cameroon.
Look at that. They don't show that.
Bats. I think those are bats. Look, they try to find. Have you done drop my phone?
Yeah, I think it's bats.
Check it out. This the.
Cav said, I think
Yeah.
that was
So,
a bat.
Cav,
there's millions of bats in the sky. I mean, there's millions of them. I think that's a bat.
Look, hey, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I seen it, I didn't know what the hell was going on. If you seen bats like that, y'all be like, what the hell? What
bro,
is
when
this?
you sent that video, bro, we was dying, bro.
Yeah,
so
like,
we
what
looking
is
at the
that?
sky. It's thousands of bats in the sky. You said, I think it's a bat.
No, because you know what I was thinking? No, I'm literally like, am I tripping?
Look,
Like, that was I'm serious, bro. I'm like, I ain't never
birds
seen
usually
that.
don't fly. Like, you know what I mean?
You ever seen bats do that?
Oh,
y'all seen that
oh
before?
my God. Oh, no, this is worse.
Bro, it's the same bat. Send it.
Yeah, you got to send it.
Oh, man, look. I ain't know.
See it? It might take a second.
So, whatever. But also, too, I wanted to show it was beautiful out there. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it had some bad areas. Yeah. It's some bad areas out here. So, Anyway, I don't even know how I got there. Oh, the Lord is going to take care of you. Same, no matter what. He said he take care of the fouls, he's going to take care of us. That's my point of doing all that. Read. 25.
Luke chapter 20.
12, 25.
Luke chapter 12, verse 25.
Read.
And which of you, with taking thought, can add to his stature 1 cubit?
Nobody. Read.
If ye then be not able to do that thing which is least.
That's changing your height. It says that's least. They said that's nothing. What? Man, please, read.
Why take ye thought for the rest?
Don't worry about nothing else. Don't worry about your food. Don't worry about your the clothes. Don't worry about. It's all gonna be taken care of. That doesn't mean don't work. That don't mean be ridiculous, y'all. But what he's saying is it shouldn't be a cause for concern or a cause of doubt. That's what it's talking about. Read.
Consider the lilies.
You all right? You all right? Read. Yeah, there.
Consider the lilies, how they grow. They toil not, they spin not. And yet I say unto you that Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these.
You see that? The lilies. Remember, that's his favorite flower. That's the Lord's favorite flower. Read.
If then God so clothed the grass,
If he's clothing grass and flowers,
which is today in the field, and tomorrow is cast into the oven,
it doesn't even last long. Read.
how much more will he clothe you, O ye of little faith?
O ye of what?
O ye of little faith.
O ye of little faith. Read.
And seek not ye what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, neither be ye of doubtful mind.
Be of a what?
Neither be ye of doubtful mind.
Neither be ye of a doubtful mind. He's telling you when you're worrying about those things, that's a doubtful mind. Read.
For all these things do the nations of the world seek after.
So what is he calling you when you do that, when you're doubtful? He calling you a damn heathen is what he's calling you. He said that, say it.
Because you got to think about it. Like, they pray to a God, a stone, that is not going to do nothing for them.
I just seen a video earlier where they were like fighting each other to try to kiss the stone.
This is crazy.
Yeah, it's wild, bro.
And he's saying that you have the one true God, the living God. So whatever you need, he created you. He knows what you need. He's going to provide it. Unlike the other nations, they do not have a God.
Nope. That's insane. Read.
For all these things do the nations of the world seek after. And your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things.
Christ said that. He said, your Father. Goes back to that adoption thing we was talking about earlier. He said, your Father knows exactly what you need. He created heaven and earth, but he don't know you hungry? Yeah, he forgot that. Say it. You got to say it. He keeps saying it.
But you fat though.
I'm telling you, we gotta fix our mindset. Get out of that spirit of doubt. Read.
But rather seek ye the kingdom of God.
Do what?
But rather seek ye the kingdom of God. And all these things shall be added
so
unto
we're
you.
seeing that it's about application and keeping the commandments and seeking. If you're seeking the kingdom, you're keeping the laws. That eradicates what? Doubt. It kills doubt. You see, we're starting to get to a solution to get rid of that doubt. Okay. All right. James 1. James 1, verse 1. We got to speed it up.
James chapter 1, verse 1.
Read.
Bring it out. James, a servant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations.
Read.
Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
Everything is a test. Be joyful when the Lord is testing you, because that means he's dealing with you. Read.
But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
Lacking nothing. Read.
If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, that giveth to all men liberally.
So if you lack wisdom, go to the Most High. He said he gives it to us however much we want, meaning your application, your studying, those things that you apply, the Lord will keep feeding you wisdom. Read.
And upbraideth not.
And he won't stop. Read.
And it shall be given him.
Read.
But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering.
Read that part again.
But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering.
He's saying you can't doubt, though, if you're going to ask for that. If you're going to pray for the wisdom, if you're going to pray for certain things, ask without being uncertain that he's going to do it. That shaky, I don't know what's going to happen. He says, ask in faith, nothing wavering. I'm telling you, the only way to get to that point is to continue to apply the commandments to your life. Keep studying. Keep building with your brothers. Examine yourself. All these things have to happen. Read.
For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed.
Toss what? That goes back to that toss to and fro. Read.
For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord.
The Lord ain't going to give you nothing if your faith is wavering. If you go to him and you have wavering faith, he's not dealing with you. Go ahead. You want to say something?
Yes, I just want to give an example of what you're going unless you got it. Mark 9.
No, go ahead.
Mark 9, real quick. Mark 9:17, they jump to 24. About asking the Lord to help you with that unbelieving spirit, that doubt.
Mark chapter 9, verse 17. And one of the multitude answered and said, Master, I have brought unto thee my son, which hath a dumb spirit.
Right, okay, so let's jump to the main point, 24.
Verse 24. And straightway the father of the child.
I'm sorry, 23 and 24.
Verse 23. Jesus said unto him, If thou canst believe.
If thou canst believe and don't have doubt, go ahead.
All things are possible to him that believeth.
Go ahead, now read the next verse.
And straightway the father of the child cried out and said with tears, Lord, I believe. Help thou mine unbelief.
Sometimes you got to be open about it. That's why
Yes,
you got to
yes,
help.
yes, yes.
Listen, yes, I am fearful. All right, so the leadership can help you. You could pray, and they give you the right scripture to build that spirit. That's what he's going with James. Don't act, wavering. The Lord will give you that spirit, but you got to be just like this man right here. He said, Lord, please help me. Help me with my unbelief. Go ahead.
Dang. All praises. Go to 1 John 3, verse 22. Read that. All right, Isaac, I see you, man. All praises. Read that.
1 John chapter 3, verse 22.
Read.
And whatsoever we ask, we receive of him, because we keep his commandments. And
read it again.
And whatsoever we ask, we receive of him,
because
we keep his commandments.
So whatever we ask, we will receive because we keep the commandments. That will remove the doubt. If you do what you're supposed to do, you know the Lord gonna look out for you. It's that simple. Read.
And do those things that are pleasing in his sight.
You got to do what's pleasing in his sight. Read.
And this is his commandment, that we should believe on the name of his son, Jesus Christ, and love one another as he gave us commandments.
Read.
And he that keepeth his commandments dwelleth in him, and he in him.
Read.
And hereby we know that he abideth in us, by the Spirit which he hath given us.
So the more you keep the commandments and perfect your walk in this truth, the more you're going to get that spirit of Christ. The more you're going to understand what's possible. The more doubt is going to be removed from your spirit completely. Because whatever we ask in faith, when our spirit is in tune with Christ, we understand that he's going to look out for us. It's no question. It's no question. But that's not you don't start there. You work to get there. That's what we got to do. That's why we got to remove the doubt. That's why I showed the examples of our forefathers dealing with it. And they got over it, though. You see what I'm saying? They made it past the doubt. Get 1 John 5, verse 14.
1 John chapter 5, verse 14.
Bring it out.
And this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us.
Read it again.
And this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. And if we know that he hear us, whatsoever we ask, we know that we have the petitions that we desired of him.
So keeping the commandments is what's going to get you that. Whatever you ask for, that you're going to have that confidence if you're doing according to his will. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're going to have the confidence in his will if you're keeping the commandments. It all ties together. We can remove doubt by walking in the Spirit, keeping the laws of God. Give me Sirach 32:24.
Sirach,
almost done, y'all. Read that.
Sirach chapter 32, verse 24.
Read.
He that believeth in the Lord taketh heed to the commandment.
Read that again.
He that believeth in the Lord taketh heed to the commandment.
Taketh heed to the commandment. So your faith is directly tied to your belief, and your faith is directly tied to keeping the commandments. Once your faith is going to be built by applying and living the laws of God. That's going to remove the doubt. I'm saying the same thing over and over and over to show you that it can be removed. It's just the application of the commandments. That's going to remove that doubt. That's what's going to make you stronger. That's what's going to get rid of that doubtful mind that we read in Luke 12, right? Drop that. Go to Matthew 14, 22.
Matthew chapter 14, verse 22.
Read.
Bring it out.
And straightway Jesus constrained his disciples to get into a ship and to go before him unto the other side, while he sent the multitudes away. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into a mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone. But the ship was now in the midst.
Sending up serious prayers. Read.
But the ship was now in the midst of the sea.
So in the middle of the sea, that's where the ship had sailed to. In the ocean. Yeah, read.
Tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary.
So, and it was a storm, by the way. Read.
And in the fourth watch of the night.
That's around 3 to 6 a.m., around that time frame, right? 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Read.
And in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went unto them, walking on the sea.
Wait. Say that. Read that again.
And in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went unto them, walking on the sea.
Read.
And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled.
Who wouldn't be, right? What in the world? Read.
Saying, it is a spirit. And they cried out for fear. But straightway Jesus spake unto them, saying, be of good cheer. It is I. Be not afraid.
Don't doubt. It's me. Don't doubt. Don't be afraid. Read.
And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee on the water.
Read.
And he said, come.
Stop. When he said that for that instant, you know Peter, he knew he could do it. I'm talking about for that little moment right there. Watch how doubt works, though. Read.
And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water.
Stop. He got down, and as soon as he stepped on the... It worked. Yo, it worked. So he know it's possible. That's the point. He knows that it's possible. Christ done walked from the shore to where they at. And then you step down. You climb down. And then you put that foot down on there. You know how you gonna sink. Usually you go right in the water. It stopped right there. He stood on the water. Read.
And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus.
Read.
But when he saw the wind boisterous.
Stop. It ain't that he saw the fact that he's on the water and just believing that he's doing it. He saw the wind, the waves. He's like, soon as he saw that, what crept in, y'all? Doubt and fear. And here's the thing. And it's like I said, we all battle this. He was already on the water. Y'all understand it's not like he saw it and then he was like, nah, I'm cool. I'm gonna stay on the boat. No, he actually got down and stood on the water first and then doubted. That letting you know how strong doubt is on us, man. We gotta really fight and build ourselves up to get past it. Because I'm telling you, we're going to be able to do some crazy things. Read.
But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink. He cried, saying, Lord, save me.
First thing he did was cry to the Messiah, save me. Read.
And immediately.
And what?
And immediately.
And what?
Immediately.
Even in his doubt, Christ was immediately there to help him. That's a testament to us as well. Even in our doubt, the Lord's still there. He's still taking care of us. He's still protecting us and looking out for us. Read.
And immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, O thou of little faith.
Oh, man.
Wherefore didst thou doubt?
He said, oh, you of little faith. Why would you doubt? You're already on the water. You already there. Drop that. Go to Mark 11. We'll end it here. Mark 11 and verse 11.
Mark chapter 11, verse 11. And Jesus entered into Jerusalem and into the temple. And when he had looked round about upon all things, and now the eventide was come, he went out unto Bethany with the 12. And on the morrow, when they were come from Bethany, he was hungry. And seeing a fig tree afar off, having leaves, he came, if happily he might find anything thereon.
And what verse you at?
Verse 13.
All right, let's go.
And when he came to it, he found nothing but leaves, for the time of figs was not yet.
He said, so when he's seen it, he's hungry, he sees it, and he don't see nothing on that fig tree. Read.
Verse 14. And Jesus answered and said unto it, No man eat fruit of thee hereafter forever. And his disciples heard it.
So he whispered to the fig tree, right? Which probably would have throw everybody off. Like, what? Read. But they heard what he said, though. Keep in mind, they heard what Christ said. Read.
And they come to Jerusalem. And Jesus went into the temple and began to cast out them that sold and bought in the temple.
So he had to whoop a couple Negroes behind. Read.
And overthrew the tables of money changers and the seats of them that sold doves. And would not suffer that any man should carry any vessel through the temple. And he taught, saying unto them, Is it not written, My house shall be called of all nations the house of prayer? But ye have made it a den of thieves.
Being niggas. Read.
And the scribes and chief priests heard it and sought how they might destroy him.
You got to be wicked as hell to be doing evil and then get mad when you get corrected for it. You want to kill Christ because you was you was out here buying and selling and doing all this other stuff you ain't supposed to do in the temple, and you mad at Christ now. That's a nigga. Read.
For they feared him, because all the people was astonished at his doctrine.
They saw that power. Read.
And when even was come, he went out of the city.
And so he left. Right. Read.
And in the morning, as they passed by, they saw the fig tree dried up from the roots.
So that same tree, they walked right by it, and they seen it now drawn up from the roots. Read.
And Peter, calling to remembrance, saith unto him, Master, behold, the fig tree which thou cursest is withered away.
Read.
And Jesus answering said unto them, Have faith in God.
Read that again.
Have faith in God.
He said, have faith in God. Read.
For verily I say unto you.
Because remember, they heard what he said. They seen him do it. So he told them, he said, first thing, have faith in God. And then he says, for verily I say unto you,
that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, Be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart.
And shall what?
And shall not doubt in his heart.
That is the key. Not doubt in your heart. Imagine, though, listen, y'all, we got to work to that. To see a mountain, tell it to move. Yeah, read.
But shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass. He shall have whatsoever he saith.
Christ ain't gonna, he wouldn't say that if it wasn't real. I'm going to say it again. Christ would not say that if that's not real. Whatever he said, when you pray, whatever, he said, whatsoever you saith. All right, let's say it ain't the mountain. Whatever you say, if you believe it, it says, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith. That's a level of faith that we haven't gotten to yet. A lot of people still don't even pray for the destruction of their enemies. Don't even think it's going to happen. I pray for their destruction all the damn time. But you got to believe that it's going to happen. You got to believe the things that we praying for is going to happen. How do we do that? Remove doubt. How do we remove doubt? Keeping the commandments. Enduring in his truth and growing. Read.
Therefore, I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. And
Christ said that. Christ just said that. Captain Enoch didn't say that. Officer Jeremiah didn't say that. Christ said that. When you believe and you pray, you will have them. You will have it. Read.
And when ye stand praying, forgive.
Now he gave another nice key right there. He said, forgive. So he said, when you pray, you'll have it. And then he said, forgive. Read.
If ye have aught against any.
That
your Father also which is in heaven may forgive you your trespasses.
Read.
But if ye do not forgive, neither will your Father which is in heaven forgive your trespasses.
He's telling you to believe and believe what you pray you're going to get. Then he tells you forgive your brother too. Because a lot of the times you got to understand, you can't say you got all this faith and you believe and you hate your brother. They don't even add up. That makes absolutely no sense. So work on removing doubt from your spirit, y'all. I pray I got something from this class. And with that, we are going to say shalom.
What is a nation?
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, His word